loved him more than the other brothers. Is that true? Is that so? Now, there's a story that pictures and beams the light to Joseph. And you might be reading that story and say, oh, yes, the father loved him more. Do you think that the father did not do things when it was the elder brother's turn? Do you think that the father did not show love when it was the elder brother's turn? So why do you do the things that you do, even to yourself? Why do you do something? Something happens, and some people are not quick to analyze the situation. They may rush into action. They may rush into speaking ill and speaking wrongly. But have you asked why? Have you analyzed? Have you analyzed? Have you sought about? Have you thought critically about that thing? And they sold Joseph. They did so much harm to him. They did wrong to him. Now, it's not a right thing to go into conclusion. It's not a right thing to just live life. The prodigal son, he was in a place that is not right. And he looked at himself. He looked left and right. He looked all around. And he said, why am I here? So every time in a man's life, every time in a person's life, he ought to make analysis. He ought to look at his surroundings. He ought to look at his life. And in those times of looking at your life, you will see patterns. Sometimes, not even sometimes, every time man is in a pattern. If you are not in a generational pattern, you are in a personal pattern, you are in an environmental pattern, there are a lot of patterns that have been placed for man. The prodigal son was there and he looked at himself. Why am I here? Why am I here? Sometimes forces puts you under subjection that in your right thinking you will not be there. In your right living, you will not be there. And so every time you have this retrospector, every time you have this analysis, you come down to, oh, it's me. Let's talk. Let's look at things. Let's actually come up beyond the noise and the disturbance. You come to yourself and why is this actually happening? And you sit down. Oh, it's happening this, and you have that inner voice that wants to speak to you. A lot of times the inner voice will tell you errors and give you whys that are not true. So you need to be wise. It gives you solution that is not true, that even puts you more into trouble. And also, it takes you to direction that is not synonymous to the problem. It's not synonymous to anything that concerns what you're going through, so that it can put you more in darkness. When you sit to analyze, I pray you find the right direction. I pray that your eyes are open, that you will not get into destruction. Ask why. Before you do a thing, analyze. Critically look at things. Don't be spoiled. Don't be pushed by anger. There are forces that want you, before you hear a thing, before you see a thing, before you analyze a thing, you are already angry and your judgment will be wrong. Don't be spoiled by anger. Don't be spoiled by jealousy, envy. Don't be spoiled by ego, competition, all of these things. Ask why, because you need to learn. Ask why, because you need to know. Ask why, because you need to make a peaceful resolution. Ask why, because you want your direction to tend to positivity. Ask why. He that asks why, do not miss his direction. He that asks why is one that wants a solution and is intelligible and wants to tend. There is nothing that comes to you that you just swallow. No. You look at it so that you can get, even if it's not the perfect judgment, but it's something that someone can take and